pretty good round table there, and that 765 that guy was talking about was essentially the same as the 751A. I had a 765. You probably don't remember it. It was a rig I had, I guess, for a while when I lived in Upland, and it's kind of the same rig as a 751, except it has it's bigger. It has a built-in power supply and stuff, but yeah, you know, those guys don't really know, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, the 870, I traded in the 765 at a place in Denver, PA, which is out near Harrisburg. Guy used to have a ham radio store. I traded that in for the 870. And I guess 1994, something like that. Well, you were little, so you don't remember that stuff back then. But yeah, so... well, you know, I know what to do with these radios, you know, to modify them and get them to sound. Never going to hear another 751A to sound like that one. You might, but you'll have to do a lot of listening. Yeah, so, okay. Got the little space heater going down here, man. It gets really cold down here when it gets warmer outside because the heater don't run a lot, you know. So it gets cold down here in the shack. Yeah, I got a good copy on you, man. Radio's sounding good over here there, Roger. Yeah, I had a good walk. I took a walk this afternoon, man. You know, hardly just a little light hoodie on for my 3-miler, you know. So it was, got to take advantage of that nice sun and everything. Yeah, well, that Bluetooth had nothing to do with your install. That's just something with the radio, so she'll just have to figure that out. So it's nothing that with the harness or nothing like that. So yeah, those harnesses they got today for that work out great. You know, just wire them in there like you did, and that's that. So sure she'll get that straightened out. I use the Bluetooth in my radio in the Subaru all the time. Bluetooth to phone, Spotify, you know, all that stuff. Bluetooth right to the stereo that's in there. So probably hear that fan. You hear that fan running a little bit in the background from the heater?
Man, I thought I was on Vox. Good Lord, I started talking and I didn't get. Yeah, I heard it a little bit. I'll run in the gate. You'll be able to hear it. Everything looks good, man. I'm doing about 125% positive. I can't wait for that meter to be done. I check the damn website every day to see if he's updated the list, and he hasn't updated it since the 24th of January. So I'm anxious to get that thing, man. And get rid of this other stuff. I'm going to keep the scope, but I'll get rid of the other meters. I don't need them, you know. So, but yeah, sure was nice today, man. It was nice to get out of the house and spend some time outside and stuff. And I guess my mother is coming home tonight. She'll be home at like 3 in the morning or something. I guess they're flying out. I think it's 7 o'clock tonight, and they'll be home. Yeah, she said. I guess they're. I would imagine they're going to have a connecting flight if it's going to take that long. You know, it's not like they're flying to Australia, so it shouldn't take 8 hours. You know, to fly from Puerto Rico back to here. So it only takes 2 hours to fly to South Carolina. Yeah, but anyway, what do you got on the agenda for tomorrow?
Oh, I got to go with Steven. That's it. It's the only thing I got. Well, how's she getting home from the airport? Is she going to take a cab or an Uber, or what? Somebody going to pick her up?
Take an Uber, I guess. I don't know. They took an Uber there. Apparently the Uber driver was drunk.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well, I guess, you got to take what you get. Yeah, I'm not using the downward expander. The heater went off, so I can't try to put that on, see if it comes through or not. But yeah, these little condensers or electrets are omnidirectional, so it picks up a lot of stuff around the shack. If you got anything in the background or anything. So yeah, those guys are nice guys. I talk to them, and David is burned up his band switch and his amplifier, so he's got to get that replaced. See how he's going to do that. So, but he can't lift it up. He can't see right. He can't. He's got a lot of problems. It's too heavy to lift. He's got to get somebody to help him put it in the trunk, to take it somewhere or something. The guys get infirm. They get this equipment that's too heavy. They can't move it. It's like it's time to downsize, get something solid state or something, man. But you got a piece of equipment, you can't even move it. I mean, what's with that?
Oh, that's well, number one, especially at that age, if you can't see, it's one thing if you get something that's big and it's really hard to move, but if you can't physically do it, it's. I guess it would be kind of depressing, but you'd have to it's like you said, it's time to downsize. Get something your size, But I didn't think he ran an amplifier anyway, because he's always so into mud. I didn't think he ran an amplifier. Thought I heard somebody or him or you or somebody say he didn't even run one. But, well, that's unfortunate. He seems like he tips on that bottle a little hard sometimes early in the night. I've noticed. He's a funny character, man. He goes off on them tangents, man. And he's a funny guy to listen to sometimes. But a lot of the times he's hard to hear. I didn't even know I had the downward. I got my downward expander on. Can you tell? There. Hello. I didn't even know it was on.
No, I can't tell. I just don't hear any background. Sounds good, man. My heater went off again. Yeah, he's a good guy, though, David. He's a Johnson Ranger, and he drives an amplifier. I always have a good copy on him. He's not the strongest guy out there, but I always have a good copy on the guy. Yeah, I'm looking at my pan adapter here. There's it's 10 kc. Well, see what happens. See, now you're young, but one of the things about keeping in shape and keeping healthy and exercising is that when you get to my age, you can't do a lot of things. You can't walk far. You can't lift stuff up. You can't see right. Your hands shake. All kinds of stuff. And it stops you from doing anything. I'm fortunate because I can still do all those things. I can lift heavy loads. I can see. My hands don't shake. But, lifestyle takes its toll as you get older. And that's why I exercise the way I do and eat the way I do, so I can still do stuff I could do when I was in my 30s. But see what happens with other folks. Some of this stuff's unavoidable, but what happens with other folks now, they can't do things. They can't pick stuff up. They can't move things. They can't, do a lot of different things, and now they're stuck. You either got to pay somebody to do it or get somebody over there to help them, it's like, me, like living by myself, man. If I needed people to help me do stuff, man, I'd be screwed. Don't want to get off on that tangent again. But, well, you got to get something lighter. I wish this heater would turn on. Let me just turn it on. I wonder if you could hear it. Now I'm going to put the downward expander on. See, now I can see on the pan adapter, cut it off. Now I'll turn it off. Yeah, do you see that? Go ahead.
Honestly, no, because of my noise level. Couldn't even really tell. I thought I did earlier, but I guess it was just, I thought the fan was the hiss I was hearing. Excuse me. No, you're right about, being by yourself, getting older, excuse me. See, with me, I'm glad I stopped doing what I was doing at the age that I did, because I know a lot of people who are a lot older, and didn't, I see it firsthand, and I see what it does to you, to people, and to people that are my age, now, and not that much older than me. It just destroys people, anything in excess that's bad for you destroys you. Not just alcohol or drugs or, it could be food. It could be, sitting on your ass. It could be anything, I'm going to send you a picture of something real quick. You'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, it's, I shut the expander off, but band's empty, man. I don't see any signals hardly anywhere. It's really, really quiet. Nothing's happening. No DX, no signals anywhere. It's pretty quiet. Yep, pretty quiet here, man. I'm probably not going to do nothing else tonight. Looking at the clock, probably get something to eat. I had a snack. I had some nacho chips, melted some cheddar cheese on them to hold me over. The cats are still waiting for their dinner. They're clamoring up there, so I'll go up there and feed them and stream a few things on TV, and that's probably hit the sack after I watch a little TV, so that's about it. I'll be waiting for it. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. Look at that. Well, that's, it takes fire there, so I'll probably try some of that, what you left there, so I'm going to load that up when I go upstairs, so. Yep. Yeah, not too much else going on here. Yeah, I got to do that tomorrow. I don't have anything else on the schedule. Later on in the week, I'm going to see about those taxes up at the borough place. See about that. Still haven't heard from Miss Gloom and Doom. That's what I call her now, man. Miss Doom and Gloom. Man, you hear from her, it's like no matter how good things are going, man, she'll stick a pin in that balloon there. Go ahead.
I love when you say that, man. She'll stick a pig, come right up to you, and I can see, it's just because I can see it happening, you know. Miss Doom and Gloom, breaker. That's funny. I haven't even spread out the pan adapter. Nobody on the bowl. Well, I'm transmitting now, but you know what I mean. The only thing I see, there's a little interference right above us from, I think it's from either the train. I've heard it's from the refinery down in Marcus Hook, and I've also heard somebody told me that it was the trains. Sounds like the War of the Worlds, man. It's a and it looks like a RIDI signal, you know, on the pan adapter. And it's on 13, and sometimes it's on like 20s, 21, 22, 23, something like that. But it's always on 13. And it's always there. So. All right, man. Well, go do what you got to do. Sounding good, man. I've been rolling a gate because I rolled one on us on AM in a while. So I'll go ahead and load that up and load the other QSO from the other band as well. And then I'm done. I didn't take a nap today. I took I fell asleep in my chair and out here for about an hour with my feet up on the desk, but I was just like in and out, you know. So it wasn't really a nap. Because I got a phone call and it was her, so that woke me up pretty fast. You know, that shot me up real fast. I didn't even need a cup of coffee. So all right, man, do what you gotta do. Go feed the cats. Hank's sleeping right next to me on the floor in his bed. And I'm going to go watch some TV. Hey, Domino, Mr. 513, you know who, Mr. FOOT I got down.
513 down here in South Jersey, dude, that's for sure. Yeah, well, that's always enjoy those gates. Yep, that's for sure. So looking forward to that. I'll Bluetooth them over to the stereo. Listen to them on the big system there. Always enjoy that, and that's Hank's sleeping. Yeah, those cats are up there waiting, so I'll feed them and stream a little bit on TV and hit the sack. It's enough for one day, I guess. That's for sure. Yeah, it sounded good, man. Big signal over this way. I mean, it's a long way, man. Just to sit here and talk on CB like we're doing, like it was nothing. This would have been like almost unheard of back in the day. Oh, I had PS on. Let me shut that off. I just shut it off. Probably I get more positive peaks without pure signal on AM. So I don't know if you noticed any difference, but I just shut it off. So I'll catch you later, man. LeadFoot, Domino, 513 in New Jersey. Catch you later.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a little bit louder when you did that. You could definitely tell your positive peaks came up. Honestly, man. I've noticed that as well because I'll forget to shut it off coming back down here because I come back down here almost every time we're up on 400. I'll come down here, and when I 9 times out of 10 I forget to shut it off. You know, and initially when I key up, my carrier's a lot higher. The first key when I have pure signal on, switching from sideband to AM, the carrier's up about 50 watts higher. And that's how I noticed it, because I looked down at my watt meter to see I'm adjusting the amplifier for back down here, and I noticed, I'm like, whoa, what the heck's going on? And then I noticed that it's on, so. All right, man. We'll bump it on you later. Domino, you know who. I'll see you. Bye.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing. I've told that to other people, and they say, like, what do you mean? It's like they don't see it. Like, how could you not see that? I don't like the way it works on AM. I shut it off. Ray Charles could see that. Catch you later. We're standing by.
Yeah, you can't get over 100% with pure signal on. You can't. It's impossible. Because I have my carrier's level, Dad, set at 70. That's where I keep mine to get it to 125%. That's why I've been running it for a couple of weeks, and it seems to be working out pretty well. And I can't even get 100% with that with pure signal on. So I think it's impossible. All right, man. Ray Charles, I'll see you.
All right, Stevie Wonder, we're standing by.
Kim Jong-un working his leisure suit as high top fade. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Oh, man, I seen him on TV today. Wait a minute. There was a thing on Fox. They had him and Trump. He's got a new haircut, man. He's got, like, sideburns coming down, sort of, on that haircut.
No.
Oh, yeah, you won't believe it. It's like, instead of just a fade real close on the sides, it, like, tapered down towards the sideburns.
Oh, good Lord in a quarter. That's great. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. That's great. Oh, man. Every time I hear Donald Trump in Florida, that's what I do. I start hollering that every time I hear him. All right, man. I'll see you.
All right. I'll catch you later. We're clear.